Can go ahead better, Munada.
Yes. Am I audible?
Start.
Yes,
Am
yes,
I
please
audible?
go ahead.
Yeah. Jai Hind, everyone. Respected Chairman Dr. A. Srikant Reddy, sir. Our inspiring Principal Shireen Khan, ma'am. Our ever supportive organizer, Mr. Srikant, sir, and my dear friends. Sitting here today, I don't just feel like a host. I feel proud. Proud to be a part of a school that doesn't just create students, but creates stories worth telling. I am your host Munazzam Maryam, and with immense joy and admiration, I welcome you all to one of the most inspiring moments of Slade High School, the episode 3 of Alumni Success Story series. Today is not just about achievements, it is about a journey of discipline, determination, and dreams turning into reality. And now let me introduce someone who is not just an alumnus, but a legacy. A name that echoes in classrooms, competitions, on stages, and in every corner of Slate High School. Alvia Shifali, a student who didn't just study, she set standards. A leader who didn't just guide, she inspired. An achiever who didn't just win, she redefined winning. Her academic excellence is nothing short of extraordinary. A perfect 10 GPA in SSC with an outstanding 583 marks. But numbers alone cannot define her brilliance. From her early days of winning storytelling competitions to earning a prestigious Navodaya seat, from being an IIT topper in both grade 8 and 9th to dominating Spell Bee and academic consistently, her journey has always been upward, fearless, and focused. But what truly makes her exceptional is not just what she achieved, but how she carried herself while achieving it. She led with confidence as our house prefect first, and then rose to the highest responsibility as school captain for the academic year 2024 to 25, becoming the voice, strength, and pride of every Slatian. And if you think that's all, that's just one side of her story. In the world of science, she explored, experimented, and excelled, winning first prizes and representing at NCSC Mancherial. Not only this, on global platforms like Model United Nations, she didn't just participate, she dominated, bringing laurels from Hyderabad and even serving as a chair right here at SHS. In NCC, she stood with discipline and honor, earning medals in drill and anchoring. In sports, she ran, played, fought, and conquered, representing at the state level in basketball and securing medals in kabaddi, kho and tug of war. And beyond all this, she remains someone who finds joy in reading, in drawing, and in continuously growing. Isn't that what a true Slatian looks like? A perfect blend of intelligence, leadership, talent, and humility. From cracking the state level Chekumuki exam to leading the school with grace and strength, her journey teaches us one powerful lesson. Success is not luck, it is consistency, courage, and refusal to give up. Alvia, today you are not just a guest here. You are an inspiration, you are a role model, you are a dream that many students sitting here aspire to become. We are beyond honored, beyond proud, and beyond excited to have you back with us today. So, now, with great respect, admiration, and a heart full of inspiration, I invite you to take the stage and share your incredible journey with all of us. The stage is all yours. Alvia Shifali.
Thank you very much for welcoming me with such pleasure and happiness back to my home school, which gave me wings to fly. Jai Hind to everyone present here. It's me, Alvia Shifali of 10th Standard. Firstly, I extend my heartiest welcome to our chairman, Dr. A. Srikant Reddy sir, and our principal, Shireen Khan ma'am, the anchor of today, Munazza, and the organizer, Srikant sir, and all the parents and Slatians present here. Today, I stand in front of you proudly as a Slathian who got wings to fly. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, Alvia. Thank you, Munazza. So, Alvia Shifali, right? A small girl
Yes,
from a play school reaching grade 10. How are you feeling?
me from small reaching these great heights, I feel totally full of pleasure, full of happiness, and full of gratitude. Because this growth is not just my growth, it's because of parents, teachers, principal, chairman, everyone.
So, Alvia, as you're in grade 10 now, let's take you back to your childhood. Okay? So, can you just share about your childhood, how it was?
Me, in my childhood, I joined Slate High School in UKG actually.
Great.
And I was a child ready to study, but a little bit naughty also. And since the very beginning, teachers were supportive, and due to that support, automatically interest to study grew. I won't say myself as great, but I was interested in storytelling since the beginning in UKG. So this was my childhood, how it was in UKG.
So, were you always the same academically inclined as a child, or did the love for learning develop among you gradually? How it was
Uh,
from your
Not from
childhood?
very beginning. I was not the topper from beginning, but as I grew up, I looked at the competition, and this academic rigor started in class 7, class 6 and 7.
Okay. And when you were young, like small age, any goal you were having in your life, or you want to become this? The thought was there with you,
Yes, in my childhood, I wanted to become a doctor actually.
a doctor. So,
Very.
has your dream changed now
Yes,
as you
it's
have reached
changed.
your grade 10,
Hmm.
or still it's to become a doctor?
No, no, it has changed. It has shifted due to exposure of maths and tech. It has changed it to a software engineer now.
Software engineer, I think.
Hmm.
Okay, great. So, who is your biggest inspiration in life?
Me, my greatest inspiration is Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam because he teaches us that no matter where you were born, you can even every time you'll have wings to fly above. Because he was born in a small town in Rameshwaram. Even though he had so many issues, so many limitations, he did not stop. That is what motivated me a lot. His life, APJ Abdul
Okay.
Kalam.
So, how was your experience during your primary school? Were there
Primary
any
school,
subjects or teachers who inspired you during that time, that period?
primary school.
Primary. Now, from play school, we have moved to primary, right?
Hmm.
So, how it was? So, any subject or any teacher who inspired you?
In primary, uh, Samina madam and Asma madam both were the foundational teachers. They
Okay.
scolded me sometimes, but that scolding helped me to grow. And talking about subjects, from the very beginning, I loved maths. Maths was like a medicine for me since childhood.
Great, great. Then moving to high school, how did things change for you? The pressure, was it the friendship, or any academic demands were there?
High
Primary to
school,
high school, yeah.
uh,
How it changed?
primary, primary, I was not serious in studies. I was studying means studying. That's it.
As you
Then
said, in play school you were very naughty, not studious. So
yes,
primary
primary okay, not bad, average.
and then high school.
Since class 6 and 7, the fire came inside me to study, and in that time only the interest in study also grew for me, and we got exposure to public speaking also in this gap only in high school. So it was like giving wings to me and
As APJ
friends.
Abdul Kalam inspired you, isn't it?
uh,
Okay, great, great, great. And
Teachers
what is
were
the
supportive.
single most treasured memory from your school life?
Best memory from my school life, This was about school captain. The elections were done, and on the day of result, it was a Saturday, and I was absent on that day. Chairman sir was asking, "Whom are you expecting me to be the school captain?" All of the school started shouting my name. Even I was absent, I got a video of that. So that I felt very happy.
Okay. And as you shared about public speaking, so were you always comfortable speaking in front of people, or was some stage fear something you had to overcome that time?
I was very afraid to come onto the stage to speak at first.
At first. So when this change had happened,
In class 7,
how it developed among you?
uh, teachers were asking me to go for anchoring, and also our school started public speaking classes at that time. So due to that and due to the encouragement, I started to go onto the stage with my heart beating faster than anything. Slowly, everything became normal now. Now I'm able to speak comfortably. At first,
This,
everything feels
this
difficult.
credit you will give to whom?
My public speaking credit,
Hmm?
I would give it to Chairman sir for introducing this all.
Great, great, great. So that's what we can see Alvia here today, isn't it? So it goes to our chairman, sir. Okay. Can you share one specific public speaking moment that changed something inside you?
One
Special
specific.
moment, yes. Which that was your first time on the stage. You spoke. It was been appreciated by everyone. What was that moment? Would like to hear from you.
In class ninth, I guess. In class ninth,
Hmm?
when I went to stage, maybe on Republic Day, 26th of January. Before that, the IDAC sir, one sir used to come to our school,
Abhishant, sir.
Abhishan sir. So yeah, he came before also, and I spoke, and that was not given that much recognition, and that many applause were not there. But on 26th of January in my class 9, I gave a speech which
Hmm.
totally helped me, because before people did not pay attention to my speeches, but this speech people actually paid attention, class 9, and that helped me, gave me confidence that yes, if I speak like this, I can get attention. If I use this, I can get some recognition. I understood. So class 9, Republic Day is the most memorable one.
And when you were having that stage fear,
When I was having the stage fear, I didn't
like
understand.
from primary, like you started practicing, the opportunity was given to you, so like it was in high school or in primary, that stage fear was there, and you said the chairman sir supported you, your teacher supported you, so gradually when it reduced and when with confident you were able to speak in front of others. Would like to know that, and how it helped you, who supported, how they supported. Was it that once in a while you were getting opportunity to speak, as you said, like Independence Day or Republic Day, or don't you think it was like daily assembly supported you, event supported you? What was that? Want to know?
Talking about fear of public speaking, I
Yeah,
had
fear
it.
when it was and when it changed and how it
Uh,
changed.
it was totally in the primary, from first UKG to fifth. Fear was there in me. I was going to speak, but that fear was inside my heart, which this means made the performance low. And this actually stopped in class 7 by public speaking training and all. And the people who actually helped were Farheen madam, and there was Ahmed sir who gave public speaking classes, and chairman sir always supported me. Say, beta, go and speak, try, try, try. So all of the teachers, they always pushed me forward. So I cannot give credit to one teacher. Whole Slate family helped me in this public speaking career.
Great. And did it build your confidence?
A lot. It made me super confident now. Public speaking
Along with
skills.
that, what more was there in building and support? Confident building. Only public speaking was there, or something else? Support from your school was there?
Her school supported me at every point, and because of that school support
What?
only, I became good
What?
at public speaking.
No, no.
Uh,
Along with public speaking, what was they would like to know?
Education, because school is all about education, and as
Okay. Only
good
education?
marks, good marks were coming, automatically confidence was getting built up,
Great. Anything else?
and
Any
apart from
trainings?
that,
Any trainings?
yes, there were many trainings also,
Good. So I
transformative
think so along with
work.
public speaking, the
Hmm.
training also helped you, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And who conducted the trainings would like to know, our public, everyone, those who are online would like to listen from you. Which type of trainings were there? How it built confidence and how it helped you in your career, what you have reached here today.
We all know the secret behind that all. Our chairman, sir, and
We
along
want
with
to hear
chairman,
from you now. So I
no
would like
matter,
to.
I should write books on chairman, sir, if I want to praise him. So there were there were sessions on which public speaking was being told, especially the special classes were there, public speaking classes. And apart from that, we had programs like, even if we're transformative Tuesday or some other program, we were given chance to give a feedback. So due to this feedback, as we are getting a chance, it helped us to grow, I feel.
Great.
So these are
Now, as we are aware, Chairman Sir supports a lot in public speaking,
a
in other
lot.
training sessions to you, isn't it? So, as he is our guiding force in this institution, isn't it? So, what does this
Definitely.
leadership mean to you personally?
Leadership.
Yes.
A leader is the one who knows the way, shows the way, and goes the way. Uh, Leadership is like getting, if there is a problem, solving the problem, and moving forward, not just alone, but with the whole team. And if they're having a team, a leader should support them equally according to their needs, because everybody cannot be the best in their team. Somebody will be good in this, somebody will be good in that, but taking the best out of everybody and making every teammate feel like they are worth it, that
Hmm.
is what is leadership as per me, which our chairman sir and our principal ma'am is doing effortlessly. So yeah,
Great, great.
this is what is leadership actually,
Okay,
as
so
for me.
next question for you. Has Chairman Sir ever spoken to you directly in a way that motivated you or changed your perspective? Some
Chair-
incident or something
Chairman,
he motivated you?
many times sir has
Trainings are there.
motivated.
Apart from that, I'm asking personally to you.
Hmm.
Did it ever happen? He guided you, he motivated you. Directly he spoke with you. Something you might have done or don't know, some incident. Or you were being called in the office. Got it? Sir motivated you. So can you
Many
share with
times sir
us?
has motivated me. Of course, many
Yes.
times
One
sir.
incident. Hmm.
Maybe from class 7. From class 7 only, sir knew me personally, I think. And in class 7, sir called me once and told me, study well. And in class 9th also, sir cares like a father. That is the thing. Sir cares like a father. Recently, one day, there was a video shoot for school, I think. At that time, sir looked at me, sir said, "You're not eating, you should eat well, eat dry fruits, don't take stress." Health, in this health way, he sir said about health and also about academics. Sir gave us so many ideas to refer old at our files which we wrote, revision tests, all the tests, to learn from mistakes. Sir said personally many times, and I'm thankful for that also.
Great, great, Alvia. So how do you feel the school's environment and management supported your journey to becoming a topper today?
School's environment is very supportive actually. All the
How?
teachers here.
How it is supportive?
Hmm. Hmm. Supportive.
Yes.
If we talk about teachers, they will never discourage you here. They'll always try to encourage you and move forward in every way possible. Even from my childhood, Samina ma'am, Asma ma'am, Rizwan sir, and Bhanu sir, all these teachers, all the names I cannot remember, but they'll if we're going wrong in a way, they'll call us, they'll give us guiding, and they'll ask us to go in a correct path. This is Slate High School here. And here, not we are not just asking to read textbooks, we are even asked to explore beyond textbooks and know about the real world. Rajanna sir, social Rajanna sir, and all the teachers. They're not just asking for academic excellence, but overall excellence. Even if it
Okay.
is you, you taught me how to have a good attitude in life, to not discourage myself. So every teacher here gives wings to me, as for me.
Great. Alvia, can you share about your morning study hours and evening study hours, how it was helpful to you? Today, I think
Mornings,
many grade 9, grade 10 students will be there with us. So, just a message to them that how it helped you as you reach here as the topper.
hmm.
So, how it was beneficial to you coming morning and having the evening class, isn't it? So, would like to listen from you.
As per me, morning class is the most calmest class because nobody will be there and sunrise will be happening during morning class. Firstly, we'll be doing meditation, and after meditation, we'll be starting the class so that mind will have a fresh reset. And morning, whatever we have, I personally feel morning classes are the best one. So this morning class, so teachers give extra guidance, teachers put more effort. So morning class is better as per me. Moving on to evening class also it'll be a bit noisy, but good. Academically, at home most of the students do not study. So this is a great initiative as per me.
So, what do you think? Was it helpful to you?
Very much helpful actually. Because
So,
at home I will not study at morning. Here
okay,
I am studying.
that's what I wanted to listen. Like as study hours are there, completely you are there in school, like morning. So, which help you more, morning or evening?
Morning.
Morning is better, right? Okay, and like when you were referring the books, so do you follow only the textbook or you refer the study materials also during your revision time?
During my revision time, textbooks are main, first
Okay.
priority. Second priority, there are Abhyasa Deepika books given by the government. So I
So that is
refer to them. If any doubt is there, then these two also. If not, third priority is not study material. I'm avoiding study material as much as possible. I was avoiding. Third priority would be Chat GPT.
chat GPT also.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, as you are the topper, okay. So when the results were announced, what was your reaction? Were you expecting that you were going to top not only in school, in Mandal, isn't it? Yes. Were you expecting that?
No, I was not expecting
So how was
anything.
your reaction? What you felt? What you thought that what where will you be? And suddenly the result was announced.
Hmm.
So how it was?
Actually, I was very afraid on the day of result, but I
Why?
did not care about any others. I just wanted my marks.
Okay.
So my mother said, "You got these many marks." I was happy. A tear of happiness fell for the first time in life. I did not care about any others. At that time, it was Zohar. So I prayed namaz, and after namaz, I got to know that I'm school topper and mandal topper. So I did not expect myself to be there because, uh, as per me, study is only for knowledge, not for marks. Marks are good, but I felt study knowledge I got, I was happy for that, and after listening marks, I was happier.
So great. So you are the topper now, isn't it? So I
Yes.
would like to hear from you. What was your daily study routine? Full year.
Uh,
How you
well,
planned, what you did. Step by step you tell us so that our students will also follow the same. Entire preparation I want to hear.
What madam would like to ask you is like, what is that technique or the strategy which
Good.
made you score 583?
and how many hours you were studying,
Mhm.
including our morning and evening study hours. Entire plan would like to listen from you.
So,
Okay?
firstly, our academic year started previous, like beforehand. So, in this summer holidays, I totally focused on learning Hindi Kavi purchase. Hindi total Kavi purchase I learned in the summer itself, so that I'll get secured 4 marks, Hindi 4 marks. Then in that summer, when I was ninth to 10th, every day I used to give myself a target of each subject, and I would suggest it for my juniors also, like Mission Samagra Vikas only. If we use textbooks, if we look at the whole vast syllabus, it would feel uneasy and big task. So what I used to do is I used to open ChatGPT. I would say the prompt. I'm ninth moving to 10th, and I want to learn a new topic every day. Teach me a new topic and give me 5 questions related to that. So for the subjects, maths to social, I used this 5 questions each day. And for Telugu, Hindi, English, I focused on handwriting fully. Then when the academic year started, I used to always make sure that if a topic is being taught today, after going to home, I should revise that topic and I should make myself clear with that topic. That same strategy was followed. At the beginning, seriousness was not much, but for exams, full revision was there. If possible, study material revision was also there. Means I wanted to say that have a plan. Whenever you are writing an exam or anything, you should have a plan beforehand how to cover the syllabus, because syllabus is the main issue. Second thing is that you had to analyze the question paper, how the question paper is coming. If whether it's FA1, how the questions will be coming. If there are essays, how the pattern is, how the questions will be asked. I used to analyze and prepare expected questions in my brain. Mostly they would come, some would not come, but due to concept clarity, all will be okay. I was not the student who studied 18 hours a day. In the school, total full focus on studying. After going to home, I used to study 3 to 4 hours only. And rest time means this study means only study. No incompletes, no homework, nothing. Only study 3 to 4 hours at home. Here, if you're there, total focus on studies. This was my plan.
No, like, were you preparing any notes? Were there from the beginning,
Yes,
or any
short
revision
notes.
cycle was there, or you were practicing the papers?
Hmm.
How it was? Were you preparing your own notes, or whatever
Yes.
your teachers were giving, you were referring that, or were you completely dependent on textbook? What it was? So from beginning, what we are supposed to do? Just
From
share.
beginning, from
Yeah.
beginning, the thing which I regretted not doing, and
Mhm.
I don't want my juniors to regret, is that whenever you complete a chapter, try to make notes of that at that time only. Teacher will be giving notes, keep it aside, read that notes, but prepare your own notes in the language which you understand. Means not Telugu or Hindi, English only, but your understandable words. Prepare notes, and they should be short notes. If you have a look in that, you'll get total concept whatever is there in the chapter. So I request all my juniors for subjects from physics to social, prepare 1 page notes for each chapter, like short notes which you can revise more and more. So this
As
short
maths,
notes.
as you shared, maths was your favorite subject.
Yes, ma'am.
So, any few tips for children for building that interest and how to practice maths so that they can score full?
Maths, first thing, if you're touching a chapter, you should be thorough with the formulas used in the chapter.
No, do
Every,
you
like at the
require
back,
a daily practice or how?
daily practice. Of course, maths needs daily practice.
Please share that. How did you practice as it was your favorite subject?
Yes.
So, how it should be? Daily
So
practice? How many hours? How, what was your plan for your revision, for your practice? Like, were you taking only one subject, or daily you were giving 1 hour or 2 hours for maths or for language? How? Can you please share?
daily I was giving Telugu. I felt difficult,
How?
not difficult, but a little bit here there Telugu. So I used to give some more time on that. like 20 to 30 minutes practice and reading every day. And apart from that, for math, if we come, then maths first remove the fear of maths from your brain, because due to fear only most students don't practice.
That's
So
what I
now,
use the word. It was your favorite subject. So how it became your favorite and what you did for that. So most of the students they are having fear with the math subject, but I feel maths is the scoring subject, isn't it?
truly, truly.
And if you are fearing, you will never score. You have to like the subject if you want to score good marks, isn't it?
Yes.
And Alvia, as you stepped into 10th standard, is it that all the subjects you were excellent or any subject you were finding difficult?
Telugu, of course.
Only Telugu?
Telugu and a
Rest
little bit
all
English
also?
part B.
Okay, so what you did with that? Like, who supported you?
For Telugu Kamalakar sir, he gave questions to practice such that the fear went. Even we had 4 days before our exam. So sir gave a total revision strategy for us, and I hope so sir will do for juniors also. So that strategy if we follow and with a good handwriting, we can score good marks even. And English, as I was lacking in part B, what I used to do is every day there was a guide. We'll have English guide VGS series. We'll have questions of part B. So every day, means for part B we'll have 4 categories, each 5 marks. So one day one category, such that every day should be covered. And look at the part B, are you able to solve or not? If not, why not? So daily practice for English also helped me to move forward.
And how were you practicing grammar?
Grammar,
English grammar, Telugu grammar, and Hindi grammar. Any tips?
grammar, uh, grammar comes under part B for English.
Okay.
So that was being covered every day. One,
And
one,
how to
one.
practice?
We'll have the guide. If not
Okay.
having the guide, also icon materials are being provided. In that, part B will be given. First, for example, if a poem is there, read the poem, write the options, and then check the options whether what you wrote are correct or not. Due to this cross checking, what happens? We'll understand where we are strong and where we are weak. And if we find we are weak somewhere, we have to work on that. About
Okay.
Telugu grammar, read more. Read textbook more, automatically spelling mistakes will be cleared. Hindi also, try to speak. And before I'm going, I want to put forward a proposal that uh, in a whole week of 6 days, we can give one day for one language. Like for Monday, students are allowed to speak in Telugu. For Tuesday, students are allowed to speak in Hindi, so that their phobia will be going. I feel, because in Hindi most people lack nowadays. So
Reason?
no practice, they're not speaking Hindi anywhere.
Okay. During your grade 10, how much you did writing practice? Was
Almost
it
every
only
day.
or writing was also good? Which subject writing?
Telugu, right? Telugu.
No, let's go with other subjects also. English we have, Hindi we have. Like how much writing practice is needed?
For English, discourse writing practice should be there. If possible, weekly 3 discourses should be tackled, and after writing the discourse, teachers should cross-check the discourses where the mistakes are being done. And talking about maths, daily solving should be done, so
Great.
that practice will be over. For physics, physical science, what my suggestion is that weekly on the Sunday, refer a model paper, icon model paper, and pick up 3 to 4 questions which you know, and write it in the way the question paper is asking us to write, such that writing practice will be done like that. Same for all the subjects.
Writing practice is needed,
Of course, needed.
isn't it? Okay. Now, as you said, you were using ChatGPT. Okay. So, can you tell me how much screen time, phone, social media, did you allow yourself during the examination? Were you using or you were not?
For this exam, the last month, I totally quit
Slowly, as you enter 10th, you tell me.
as I entered 10.
How
Limiting,
did you
most limiting,
limit?
limit social media, but invest your time in chat GPT and all for learning only, because this 1 year is the life changing point. So 1 year, if we are fasting, social media fasting or screen time fasting, digital detox will not give a lot of loss, it will give benefits only. As per me, with personal experience, at the beginning it will feel very difficult, but once you have mastered, everything becomes easy. So
So,
I
do you,
suggest, uh, if you are unable to control your social media usage, put a 5 minute rule. Like you can use social media just for 5 minutes. After that, in the whole day, 5 minutes. So that slowly reduce the time. So social media should totally be avoided in the 10th standard, as per me.
better, I feel we should avoid mobile rather than
Why?
using ChatGPT. Also, why to use ChatGPT? What you suggest to your juniors? Teachers are there, study materials are there, textbook is there, isn't it? Why not
Yes.
to make use of that? What do you say, Alvia? ChatGPT also necessary?
As per me, not much necessary, but sometimes all the students are not teacher. They have some fear of teachers. For them, keeping the doubts as a question mark. Okay, a half 20-minute chat GPT session is also okay. I feel.
Okay. Coming to your parents, now your
Uh-huh.
parents are themselves in the education field, isn't it? How did growing up in an educator's home shape your attitude towards your studies? Both are into education field, isn't it?
Yes, of
Your
course.
father as well as your mother.
Hmm.
So how it helped,
So
how it supported you?
yeah, whenever I had a doubt regarding any subject, I will reach out to my father, or I would reach out to my mother, and they would help me to move forward. Any
No,
doubt, they will clear it.
I want to know how they supported you.
How
More
exactly?
academic, emotional, or with the content what was there?
Emotional support was a lot. Parents, what actually happened was, on any exam, if I didn't write well, I am very sensitive person. I would go to my parents and I would pour that sorrow down to them. They would say it's okay. They always prioritized knowledge over marks, and they did not ask me to become better than somebody else. So, knowledge wise, the content wise, they gave a lot of support. Part B, Hindi Part B, and all grammar. Emotional support was there from the very beginning to move forward to excel. If I was distracted, they would take a class to me, and as they were aware of importance of education, they made me aware of importance of education. I'm really grateful to them.
Did you feel any pressure because of their profession?
No, not yet.
They supported you a lot.
They supported me.
Okay. Can you give me easy three tips to your juniors? Now, currently, those who are in grade 10, so that they can score at least 95% above.
Three
Only three
tips.
tips. Yeah.
Three tips means from the beginning of the year, or like paper
Anything.
presentation.
I want them that they should score 90%, 95% and above. So just give
So,
them the three tips.
my dear juniors, listen to this carefully. Part A of any paper is all about presentation. So make your presentation strong as anything. Your handwriting should be top notch. You're having 1 year, 365 days in your hand. Even if you practice one page each day, your handwriting will be best. So, first tip is to make your handwriting extraordinary and present with underline, and the matter should be good. So, presentation make you perfect. Second is limit distractions as much as possible. At the end, you will be regretting, so don't regret. Don't put distractions in your life. Second tip. And third tip is that, stay confident. Have self confidence. Don't take too much of pressure, but don't take too lightly also. Recognize a why. You're coming to school for your parents. You want to change your life. Remember that, and then if you're having that thing in your brain, you will definitely excel. So these were three tips ma'am, what I want to give to my juniors.
Great. Now, as you have completed your SSC, isn't it? So, what's next? Next
My
plan of
next I'm planning to do intermediate,
Great.
MPC, and after intermediate JEE mains exam, uh, 300 marks exam as per cutoff. I should get more than 250. I'll try my level best. Then JEE advanced. If it is cleared, I'll go and get joined in IIT Hyderabad here in Kandi. And after that, a 4-year course. Then I'll be doing job. This is my plan right now.
Definitely, definitely, dear. Nice hearing from you. So now I think so few of our students,
Yes, ma'am.
they would like to ask few questions to you. Just check with their questions. They have asked, what about social part B? How did you practice it?
Social part B. Um, Actually, I lost marks in part B only. So, social part B is a bit tricky. One more strategy for that is that every Sunday or every day, take your social book. You'll be getting icon book or you'll be getting study material. At least 10 questions a day, part B questions, so that you will get a practice to social part B, as per me.
Okay. Next question for you. Who encouraged you and how would you study when board exams were started?
Who encouraged me? My parents. Firstly, my parents. Then all the teachers, Shirin madam, chairman, chairman sir used to come and give tips. So, most biggest encouragement was my parents and myself. That inner soul made me awake.
As you scored 583, what was your expectation, Alvia?
My expectations were actually more than 583. I have no idea where I lost marks in Hindi exam.
What was your
So
expectation?
it was 590 actually, but
590.
not an issue.
Okay. Some Varshit had asked you this. You expected 583 marks in your exam? No, dear. She expected 590, right?
Yes.
How mathematics became your favorite subject, sister?
Mathematics.
Yeah.
I don't know, I get interest while I solve questions. That's the how it became my favorite.
Okay, dear. Thank you so much. So these were the questions from the audience for you today. So great interaction with you. So just would like to request Chairman sir. Sir, would you like to ask any questions to
Yes,
Alvia?
yes. Thank you very much, Alvia. And one
Jai
question
Hind,
from
sir.
my side. Like we have grade 9 students, and what do you want them to score the next academic year? And what are the mistakes, or how do you want them to like correct the mistakes and ensure that they do not stop at 583 and score 590?
My expectations from my juniors are actually 599. And what about mistakes? As sir, you always say we have to learn from mistakes. Whenever my juniors go through an examination, I request you to keep a book separately, all for mistakes only. Whenever you do a mistake, you lose marks, go to the book, write what mistake you did, the date, and why did you do that? How did that mistake happen? And how would you prevent it? And during the time of next exam, come and refer to that error book so that they don't make mistakes, silly mistakes. And about content, I'm pretty sure my juniors will totally get drenched in content. They'll study well. This 365 days, they'll be studying well. Mistakes are of actually two types. knowledge-based mistakes, and skill-based mistakes. For knowledge-based mistake, we cannot do anything because it's about content. But about skill-based mistakes, the mistakes which I did, which I don't want you to do, is first thing, whenever you're giving an exam, divide the time and sit. How much time will you be giving for each section? Division of time, due to lack of division of time, I did not get proper time in Telugu exam. Second thing is that do not overthink in an option. In social part B, I lost 3 marks due to overthinking only. And third is, don't believe anyone blind. Because in the exam hall, there will be invigilators always trying to distract you. So don't get distracted by them. So I hope my juniors will definitely cross the target of 599 and become state toppers. I really expect a state rank from our school next year.
Thank you very much. Actually, what you have said is absolutely right. Learning from the mistake is the only secret of success for every individual. Once the mistakes are reduced, like anything, then automatically, obviously, success is in front of you. And I have heard you mentioning about planning. I really appreciate you because, if you're not planning, it is almost equal to you're preparing to fail. So it's a good message, and what I have observed from your almost 50-minute discussion is like you mainly focused on effort, means working hard and utilizing all the strategies, and next the persistence what you have maintained, and at last what you have told, like learning from the mistakes. Indirectly it reflects our growth mindset, transformative Tuesday session, and expect that transformative Tuesday session have helped you a lot in reaching this particular position. And definitely, like any individual who can uh, focus on effort, persistence, and learning from mistakes will become successful because it's the growth mindset. Thank you, Alvia, and over to Munazar.
Thank you, sir.
So, yes, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
So, when Chairman Sir was discussing about the plan, I remembered a quote: an idiot with a plan can beat a genius without a plan. And as we come to the end of this truly inspiring session, and it is my privilege to deliver the word of thanks. First and foremost, I'd like to express my deepest gratitude to our respected chairman, Dr. A. Srikant Reddy sir, whose constant vision and support continue to shape this institution into a place where dreams truly take flight. Thank you for giving us an opportunity to learn, giving us tips for our next standard. Then I extend my heartfelt thanks to our inspiring principal, Shireen Khan ma'am, for her guidance, encouragement, and always believing in the potential of every student. Then my sincere thanks to our dedicated organizer, Mr. Srikant sir, for planning and making this wonderful session possible. A very special and warm thank you to our guest, my friend Alvia Sifali, for not just sharing your journey but for touching our hearts, motivating our minds, and reminding us what true success looks like. Your words will stay with us for a long time. I would also like to thank all of our respected students, every single member present here today. Your presence made this session even more meaningful. Before we conclude, a small message for all of us. As summer begins, take time to relax, refresh, and recharge. But don't forget to grow, learn, and take care of yourselves. Study well, stay hydrated, stay tuned for the episode 4 of Transformative Tuesday. Thank you.